Good afternoon, everyone, from the Super Rink, the Schwann Super Rink up here in Blaine, actually the Coon Rapids Arena. Welcome to Day 3 of the MIAC Hockey Showcase. As the Augsburg Auggies are participating on this Sunday afternoon, their opponent will be the Cobbers of Concordia-Moorhead. And a broadcast, a presentation of Augsburg University, and produced with the cooperation of my company, TJ Broadcast Services, TJSportsOnline.net, and also made possible by the help of the Ritchie Media Group. Tom Ritchie, of course, my cameraman here tonight. I'm Tom Wirch, voice of the Auggie, joined by Brian Pyatt once again from Tier 11, as he is going to sit in with us again on the broadcast. Did an outstanding job on Friday night. The broadcast here this afternoon made possible by Twin City Orthopedics, Wells Fargo, Devani's Pizza, Wow Incorporated, Corner Bar, Courtyard Marriott, Jimmy John's, Memory Lanes, Minnesota Coaches Incorporated, and Thriving Financial for Lutherans. And with that, I'll bring in Brian, and a 3-2 thriller on Friday night. Winner in overtime. Nate Flynn tied it up in the third, won in overtime. Your impressions of the game and the effort of the Auggies?
Yeah, what a fun contest. What a great way to start the season for Augsburg. I think a lot of questions coming into that game from head coach Chris Brown. He knew that the team hadn't been practicing together for a whole heck of a long time, and there were some questions about how the team would show up on Friday. They faced some adversity. I thought that was nice to see them overcome some deficits and kind of battle through that. But how about Nate Flynn, the point leader from last season, coming up with two really, really big goals on Friday, including one right at the end of overtime.
Yeah, 15 goals last year and got the first two goals. Actually, the first goal of the hockey game went to A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. I already asked him, did he play baseball in high school? He said no. He said, I had one at bat and they cut me. So, but
seems like it should be a natural fit for him.
Yeah, Alex Rodriguez will be my guess between the second and third period. But the Cobbers coming in, they had 14 wins last year. And your brief homework, what can you tell us about CM?
Yeah, talking to their head coach, Chris Howe, he says goaltending and their defensive core really the strengths of their team. He feels pretty good about them in that element of their game heading into the new season. They tied against Gustavus yesterday, so they were not able to pick up a win yesterday. Coach Howe really briefly here today before this contest saying they did some things that they liked, also did some things very characteristic of it being very early on in the season. So I think they're still trying to get their footing under them. But I think one thing to point out here, the last time that these two teams played, Augsburg beat them 10-2, and Coach Howe saying they have not forgotten about that. He said he wasn't going to directly address that to the team here before the game, but certainly the players that were on the squad last year maybe have a little redemption in mind heading into the contest here today.
Again, this is your Auggie pregame show on Auggie AM Central, the Donald. My boss is here, Don Stoner. And now let's get the observations of Chris Brown on Friday night. And Auggie Game Day continues here on the Sunday afternoon from the Super Rink. And day 3 of the showcase and day 2 for the Auggie. They take on Concordia here in a few minutes. Chance to visit with head coach Chris Brown and get his assessment of the Friday night effort. And it looked pretty well balanced and good effort all the way up and down the lineup.
Yeah, for the first game, I thought it was pretty good as far as even executing, passing with speed and playing a pretty fast-paced game. We had the puck on our stick a lot with the game on the line that we, need to do a better job of finishing or hitting the net. But we did a great job of staying out of the box. I thought that was really huge for us. It allowed us to roll 4 lines, stay in a rhythm, and take advantage of our depth, which is probably our greatest strength.
All right, Schmidt played well between the pipes. Defense played very well.
Yep, and that's where it all starts. I mean, you know that. You've watched it just as long as I have. And if your goalie's playing well and seeing the puck and you're not letting rebound chances happen and you're not letting traffic get to the front and your D are getting the pucks and making good decisions on the breakout, we were pretty good. I mean, a few mix-ups, behind our net at times, but that's going to happen in the first game. And everything starts with that back end.
All right, Matt, the freshman, didn't look like a deer in headlights. He played well. Matt Nell is the freshman out of, Colorado?
Yeah, he did fine. I mean, I like his size. He brings some physicality, big body, keeps the game pretty simple, and he looked good, like you said.
All right, let's talk about good balance among all four lines. Let's talk about the junior transfer line, and they played well.
Yeah, we put them together, and they're still figuring things out. I mean, they're all coming from different systems, but they're veteran players that, I think communicate well, and obviously they scored our first goal, which was huge, get that first one under their belt, and I think it gave them a boost, and they played with good energy, and I thought for the most part generated offense instead of playing defense, but I thought really that the top, Flinner and Deach and Drew, the two seniors and junior, they were on fire. They played, they were noticeable every shift. I thought they did a great job, obviously scoring the two big goals as well, but for the whole night they played well.
And two freshmen on that fourth line, Austin out of Farmington and Gunner out of Buffalo.
Yeah, and we don't call them 1 through 4 anymore. There's no fourth line. I mean, we're trying to load up every line, and so that when you look at it on paper, if you're our opponent, you go, I don't know who to stop. All these lines can go, and you can put them out at any time. But yeah, for their first college game, they did well. Gunner's a real responsible centerman, and put them with Gillette, who's a fast player, smart player, plays with grit. He's a good guy to teach those guys, and it was a good first game for him.
All right, opponent this afternoon, the Cobbers, and what is Chris Howe's team? They skated to a tie yesterday. What do the Cobbers have?
Well, what they always have. I mean, they're going to play hard. They got good size. You want to, for us, we need to keep the game up tempo. I think in the past they've, had a tendency to ride a couple lines, and hopefully you can wear them down, because those top lines are very good for them, and you've got to wear them down and play a simple game. I think. I mean, they don't want to go up and down the rink with you. They're going to be strong defensively, and probably not a lot of odd man rushes, and you got to bury your chances against them, because they're going to play 60 minutes.
Cut it short a little bit. Missed time by opening here. Didn't give myself enough room here. The Cobbers and the Auggies about to finish up. The Auggies are the visitors here this afternoon. And in fact, they'll be defending the goal to our left. And Nick Schmidt, who had that outstanding record last year with a goals against average of less than 2 on 10 games for the Auggies last year, 10 of their 17. The Cobbers last year went 14, 11, and 2 during the season. And they split in the MIAC playoffs. Again, for the Auggies, Drew Anderson, Luke Deach, and Nate Flynn up front, Eli May and Max Perm on defense, Nick Schmidt in the pipes. For the Cobbers, Zach Deering, and he's a senior from Chanhassen. John Grabowski, a senior from Oak Hill, Pennsylvania. And Mario Bianchi, junior from Bloomington Jefferson. That name sound familiar? Well, John Bianchi, longtime assistant coach at Bloomington Jefferson for Tom Satterdown. Mario is his son. On defense, Tanner Okeson, sophomore from Roseau, and Eddie Eads, sophomore from East Grand Forks. If that name sounds familiar, Kerry Eads, longtime high school and college and now junior coach. Kerry Eads is his dad. Sam Nelson is the goaltender for the Cobbers, sophomore from Eau Claire Memorial. Cobbers wearing the maroon and gold, basically the maroon uniform with the gold numerals. As we get set to go, the Super Rink, the first of 3 games today. We'll run down the scores in just a bit. Auggies win that face up at center ice off the stick of Luke Deach. Nate Flynn picks it up and backhands it into the offensive zone. On the first man back is Eads. At up along the near side boards. Coming back to help him out is Zach Deering. And is played to the line and the neutral line sent in the offensive zone by Grabowski. Eli Mays, the first man back, plays it up along the near side boards as Flynn plays up the wall. Here comes Luke Deach, 3-on-3. Deach out of Cretin-Durham Hall into the zone, poke checked away, back behind the net, and the puck off to the near corner. Cobb ran off to our right in the near face-off circle, and we got a tripping call, I believe, against the Cobbers as they brought down a Drew Anderson.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be, I believe, Deering going to the penalty box.
That was the one shortcoming on Friday night. Well, we were 0-for-4 in the power play.
Yeah, I think we did have one. Did we have one power play goal on Friday?
Yeah, and that was by Gustavus.
That's right. Yeah, Gustavus picking up the power play goal there. But looks like Deering going to sit down here for a couple of minutes, a trip, and an early opportunity for Augsburg to test their power play unit and see if they can find the back of the net.
Deering, 2 minutes for tripping.
And it was tripping. It brought down Drew Anderson, Max Prum, and Eric Brink play the points in the power play. Anderson, Deitch, and Flynn down low. Here's Max Prum in the high slot. Down to the circle, a one-timer by Brink, and that's deflected up over the glass and out of play. Scores on Friday, St. John's over Bethel 5-1. Everybody says they were very impressive. Hamlet over St. Olaf 4-3 in overtime. And again, the Auggies scored 3-2 in OT. Give you the scores after this. Max Prum, the scores from yesterday, as a tic-tac-toe out of the near corner, and the puck off into that far corner. Brian Kronberger, senior from Rhinelander, is on that penalty kill as the Cobbers send it all the way back down the ice. And here comes Big Max, of course, our senior out of Sweden. He goes left wing far side. Anderson into the zone, down the left wing, out front. Flynn shot, first of the game, and it was deflected up over the net and off into the near corner. Played to the line, and it's behind Anderson all the way back down the ice as Nick Schmidt will leave it there.
Sam Nelson, the goaltender here for Concordia, did not play in their first game, so this is his first action of the season and facing some early chances offensively from Augsburg.
Jacob Stevens, a sophomore out of Edina, played yesterday in a 1-1 tie with Gustavus. Cobbers in their own zone. They fired all the way down the ice. The scores yesterday, St. Olaf or St. Thomas 3-1. And St. John's shut out St. Mary's 1-0. Sound like the Johnnies. Doug Shula's crew is going to be pretty good this year. The Auggies into the zone. And the new line out there, the power play, at least defense, Jason Critch and Judd O'Connor. And from the point, it is held in and sent rink wide far side. Bad angle shot, and that is blocked on a shot taken by Aaron. And up along the far wall, Auggies on the power play. They play a 1-2-2 on the power play. At the half wall far side, Madrid with a centering pass through the slot to the point. Critch will hold it in, and Jason will send it down the wall. Jason Critch, our sophomore out of Champlin, Minnesota, actually played at Totena Grace. There's a shot on goal, and Sam Nelson makes his first save. Jason Critch out of Totena Grace. John O'Connor out of Moorhead. And where's the clock? You can see it a little bit better.
A little better view than we had on Friday.
4 seconds to go in the power play. 17:27 to go here in the scoreless first period.
Another quick start by Rodriguez, looking fast. He had the first goal on Friday for Augsburg.
And here's Eric Brink with a shot, and that's hit traffic. That hit was blocked there by Kyle Seamers, freshman at Crown Point, Indiana. August from the point. There's a blast by Will Peterson, and a pad save by Sam Nelson. Puck in the near corner inside the Cobbers zone, out front, a one-timer by Evan Hesse, and that hits traffic. Andy Fowles places it back behind the net. Eric Brink doesn't want it. He draws a double team. Andy Fowles drags it through, and it goes up top. Peterson, rink wide, near side, and there is O'Connor. Correction, Matt Nails, a freshman defenseman from Boulder, Colorado. And he played very well. Didn't look like a deer in headlight out there for a freshman. As the puck back behind the net. He played very well on Friday night. Tied up back behind the Cobber net. Both teams back at full strength. Eric Brink off the boards into the line. Peterson plays it down the wall. And Evan Hesse picks it up. Hesse spins away from one man, but goes down on one knee. Picked up by Cobbers, and they clear the zone off the boards and turn back. Nice job by Matt Nels. Loose at center ice, and picked up this line of Quinn Fuchs, a sophomore from Moorhead, Jake Stillwell, a junior from Jamestown, and Aaron Rybach, a sophomore from Winnipeg. The new line out there for head coach Chris Howe in his 10th year. There's a glove save by Sam Nelson.
That was a nice job there, Brink, trying to kind of make a nifty move there and get a shot on net. Goes just high there, but 4-1 now, the shots in favor of Augsburg, and we heard Chris Brown saying before the game they wanted to start fast, get that tempo set, and it seems like offensively they've been moving pretty well here in the early goings.
And the new line for the Auggies, Gunnar Goodmanson, the freshman from Buffalo, Paul Sobry out of Winnipeg, our junior, the big guy, and Lucas Gillette, junior from Rosebud, is out there and doing a good job with the forecheck, holding the offensive zone. Max Prum playing the point. His partner is Eli May, of course. Max from Stockholm and Eli May from Eagan, Minnesota. May back into his own zone. Deflected out to center ice. Turned back in the offensive zone. Matt Donnelly. He's a freshman from Denver, Colorado. on the line with Marshall Barnes, a freshman from Edina, and Zach Lambrecht, a freshman, the all-freshman line. Zach is out of Stacy, but he played his high school hockey at Forest Lake. Into the offensive zone, there's Zach Lambrecht. Bad angle shot, and Nick Schmidt makes his first save. I don't even know if you can call it that, a shot on goal. It is flipped out to center ice, turned back by the Cobbers momentarily, and now carried on into the zone as Goodmanson. Gunner peels off as he dumps it in. A line change for the Auggies as O'Connor and Critch coming out to play the blue line. A delayed offside. No, the Cobbers in possession in their own end as they come right to left. Up along the wing fire side for Bianchi. Bianchi's pass. Broken up by Luke Deet. Lead pass too far for Drew Anderson. And there is Scatliff, junior from Winnipeg. Turk Scatliff, defenseman. 2-on-1. Auggies into the zone. And a centering pass. And it is deflected. Centering pass there by Drew Anderson and out to center ice. From neutral, the Cobbers on the back check to take it away and restore some order. Fired into the zone by Kronberger for CM. O'Connor goes left wing far side. Critch ahead. And it hits the skates of Luke Deitch. Could not control the pass from center ice. Nate Flynn is checked out of the play. Carried on there by Critch on the stick of Drew Anderson. His pass is picked off. And good neutralized defense right now by the Cobbers. Nick Schmidt will set it up back behind his zone net. 14-11 to go to scoreless first period. Breakout pass. Flynn to center ice. It's broken up. And the Cobbers send it into the zone. There is Joey Berkmeyer, sophomore from Clear Lake, Iowa. Here's Nate Flynn, 1-on-3. Auggies in a line change. Nate Flynn fires. He rifles it up over the net. Off into that far corner, jumping into play. There's the transfer line, the junior line. Jake Larson from St. Michael Albertville. Chandler Madre from Bakersfield, California. And MSU Mankato. And Alex Rodriguez, the junior from Miami, Florida. And a transfer from RPI. Auggies with control. Offensive zone near face-off circle. Out front. Rodriguez trying to drag it around. Correction out with Jake Larson. And his pass is picked off. Auggies regroup back in their own zone. Madre on his backhand. His pass turned and fired back down ice by the Cobbers, and Jake Ellingson, sophomore out of Brainerd, played for the Warriors. And now the Auggies are going to call for icing. Icing the call with 13-14 to go in a scoreless first period.
You really sense here kind of both teams feeling each other out in the early goings of this contest. Augsburg have been able to really set up shop in their offensive zone much more than Concordia has. But early goings, early in the season, still trying to kind of work out those kinks on both sides of the puck, but shots right now 4-2 in favor of Augsburg.
And the Cobbers win the draw. There is Gearing back behind the Auggie net up along the near side boards. Top of the circle, bouncing puck to the line and out to center ice. Circling back forward is Blake Berg, a sophomore out of Hastings, Minnesota, the Raiders. He'll send it into the offensive zone. Will Peterson for the Auggies. Headman pass from Madrid. Chandler, he takes a hit and lost possession. Cobbers regroup back in their own zone. They go left wing, Gearing into the zone. Zach, top of the circle. Bad angle shot saved by Nick Schmidt. He'll cover up and hold that. Twin City Orthopedics, proud to be the official sports medicine provider for Augsburg Athletics. TCO is an all-inclusive orthopedic sports medicine and wellness provider, offering world-class services and state-of-the-art facilities. Visit them at tcomn.com. Face to our junior goaltender out of Fargo. Nick Schmidt played his first year at UW Stout, saw the light and came back to Minnesota. And scramble in front of the Auggie net, cleared away off the end of the near corner. Jumping into play to hold the zone is Blake Berg. Four-man tap in the corner. Picked out by Evan Hesse, our senior out of Monticello, the Magic. Evan Hesse on the move around the first four checker. Red line, blue line, stops to the line and places it down the wall, off into the near corner. The only corner of the rink we can't quite see.
Testing your vision there.
We got three different cameras working this game. Tied up against that back wall. Four-man tap back behind Sam Nelson. And finally dug free by Evan Hesse. Near side boards at the half wall. It's held in and played out to the neutral line. Cobbers coming back. Lead pass from Matt Donnelly. Pass a little bit too far. Eli May, I think it'll be icing. Yes. A late call. No, a holding call to be handed out. And I think Eli is going to go. And as the Auggies will have their first penalty of the hockey game. It looks like Evan Hess is going to go off a 2-minute minor for holding at the 8:02 mark of this first period.
As we saw Augsburg get an opportunity on the power play, they were not able to capitalize, but Concordia now going to get a chance to see what they can do on it. Last year, Concordia had 20 power play goals on the season. They were 21.7% when it comes to completing with the man advantage.
And they control the faceoff in the offensive zone, playing a point. There on the near side is Tanner Okerson, and traffic in front of the net. And they go back up top for Okerson. He goes right wing far side. Shot pad saved by Nick Schmidt. One-timer off that far wing by Blake Bird. And Nick Schmidt covered up on the angle, went with a pass. He slid across the crease as they went wing to wing. And the faceoff will be to the left of Schmidt inside the Auggie zone. There's Andy Faust out on penalty kill along with Andy Brink. And Jason Critch on the defense along with Will Peterson as holding the zone. And there's Okerson. Poke checked away and out to center ice. Semi-breakaway, and Eric Brink could not get to it. Good job of back checking to break that up was Blake Bird.
Yeah, Blake Bird using his hand to kind of knock down the puck there. Did a nice job to create any kind of a breakaway situation there for Augsburg.
Cobbers hold the zone. Okerson Tanner, top of the circle, fires, and the rising shut up off the glass. And the deep rebound all the way back out to center. Berg back at his zone. Chase there on the forecheck by Gunnar Goodmanson. Correction, that's Andy Faust, 19.9. As Coach Brown will change up his penalty killers. And let's see. Out there's Peterson and Nels. Lucas Gillette, and fourth man out is Gunnar Goodmanson. Cobbers have to regroup with 50 seconds to go in the power play. Back behind his own net is Eddie Eads. Playing for the Green Wave at Eastman Forks. Perennial state tournament power. Into the offensive zone. Around Lucas Gillette. Gillette with that great speed gets to it. Gets spun around but holds onto the puck. Plays it into the face-off circle. And poke checked away. Free to the near side boards. Peterson got spun around. That's going to be a hook. Cobbers are going to get a hook. And it'll be 4-on-4. As, again, the Cobbers with the penalty.
Yeah, going in. Looks like Joe Bergmeyer going to be going to the box for Concordia. Bergmeyer, the sophomore out of Clear Lake, Iowa, played for the North Iowa Bulls and NA3HL.
Is that Mason City?
It is in Mason City.
Yeah.
My younger brother used to play for the North Iowa Bulls, so we've spent a lot of days in that rink watching some hockey in Mason City.
Off the face of inside the Cobbers zone.
Number 7, Joe Bergmeyer, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of penalty, 9:36.
All right, thank you. And off the face-off inside the Cobbers zone again, 4-on-4. And to center ice is Quinn Fuchs into the Auggie zone. Fuchs, top of the circle, face-off high. There's a shot whistled wide. Shot taken there by Eddie Ames. Puck in the near corner. The Auggie zone dropped low back behind the net. And a little bit too far for the forward out there. And Quinn Fuchs played a line. It's held in by Ames as the Augies again have to go back. And now a power play for a minute and 25 seconds. Matt Nails back behind his own net. And they cycle out on the wings and coming to center ice on the carry Drew Anderson. Anderson for Eric Brink into the zone. And he plays it down low looking for Nate Flynn on the give and go. And it was just missed, and the puck is cleared out to center ice. 1-on-1 coming back. The Cobbers in a shot. Nick Schmidt with a save. Rebound, power face-off circle, and it's held in by Johnny Grabowski. Auggies again set up. Cobbers, the penalty killers out there, and there's Jake Ellingson out there on the penalty kill. And the other penalty killer out there is Zach Deering. Play inside the Cobbers zone. And it's behind Eric Brink on a clear as the Cobbers send it all the way back down the ice.
And good job here by the penalty kill unit of Concordia, not really letting Augsburg get a whole lot set up. There's 27 seconds now left with the man advantage.
And Madry overskates a pass, and the Cobbers turn it back. Madry Chandler entering the zone. Larson, Madry, and Rodriguez out there on the Augie power play. O'Connor on defense, OC into the zone, down the far wing. O'Connor at the half wall, stops, draws the double team for Madry. Chandler on his backhand, poke checked away, and into the corner. Chasing it down is A-Rod. A-Rod goes out front, shot, saved by Nelson, and the rebound. To the line, held in by Critch. Jason down low for A-Rod. Into the crease, and Madry double team. Chandler after the puck, jumping into the play to hold the zone. Is Critch, Jason Critch, play back behind the net, and off in that far corner is Rodriguez. Taken away by the Cobbers. They split the defense and drive it all the way down the ice, and that does it for another power play. We're still looking for number one here this season, power play wise.
Yeah, and I think it's a testament to the fact that it's very early on in the season. Chris Brown was saying it was a bit of a concern, just the fact that they hadn't been practicing a ton. They haven't had an opportunity really to work in depth on things like their power play, and you can see they're still trying to feel things out on the ice, and that certainly just comes with the territory of it being here really early on in the season.
Face up in the Cobbers zone, won by CM, and the puck out to center ice. Jake Stillwell will backhand it into the Auggie zone. Matt Nails going back for the Auggies. They're wearing the whites today. Matt Nails holding out of his own zone from the red line. Will drive it in, and right on goal. And sliding across the crease is Sam Nelson to make the save. Other games going on this afternoon. The second game getting underway at 3 o'clock, and another rink here on the campus. It'll be St. Mary's taking on Bethel, and the 3:30 game, St. Thomas and the Hamlin Pipers. Off the face-off from the point, Peterson will with a shot, hit traffic right out front, and the puck to the near side board. There's big ball. Paul Sombry puts it back behind the cabinet. After this, Kyle Seamers up along the near side boards and up to center ice. Broken up momentarily by Matt Nels. They play it rink wide into the offensive zone, carried in by the defenseman Blake Berg. Back behind the Augie net to the side of the cage, and out of the corner is Zach Deering. Back to the point, near side point. Seamers has to go back, hit the Cobbers onside. Loose at center ice, picked up by Lucas Gillette. Gillette, the junior out of Rosemont. Gillette around everybody into the zone, down the slot. Gillette fires, and it's just one. And the rebound against the far side boards, Bianchi. Mario clears the line, and the Augies take it away and back into the zone. Here comes Eli May. Gillette's open. Oh, the pass never got there. And the Cobbers clear it to the near side boards and out of the zone. They sent it into the Augie end in that high slot. Firing right on goal. Saved by Nick Schmidt. Nice play by Mario Bianchi. His older brother, Joey Bianchi, of course. Did he play at St. Cloud? Joey Bianchi?
You know, the name sounds awfully familiar.
Drop pass. Hesse shot, and it's a rising shot up over the net. Got to get him on goal. And a deflection on goal. And Sam Nelson reaches around the pipe, holds on to get also. And established play.
You know, that was something that we saw on Friday, was a lot of shots that were not hitting the net. They were getting a lot of opportunities from pretty close range in front of the goaltender, but just not able to put a lot of those shots directly on net. And certainly got to put those things on net to have the opportunity to score.
Hesse and the Augies hold the offensive zone momentarily. Hesse up top for O'Connor. OC with a shot, pan save. Rebound after it is Andy Faust. And Faust is mugged there in the corner. As we have a four-man tie-up in the near corner. And it finally is done free by the Cowards. And coming out of his own zone is center ice. Head man pass to center is Quinn Fuchs into the zone. Splits the double team and is hauled down. No arm up, thank you. Puck in the near corner. Centering pass out front. And Cobbers overskate. Down the transition into the offensive zone. Andy Faust. His pass is broken up by the Cobbers, and it's back behind the net. Eric Brink will get to it first for the Augies. At the half wall, Brink gets double team, plays it down low, and it hops the stick of Hesse. Evan chases it down, doesn't want it. He comes up top. Evan Hesse at the half wall, spins away from another man, does another third 180, and up top for Jason Critch. O'Connor tries to go weak side for Evan Hesse, and the pass never got there. Hesse again. What a great shift for Evan. Hesse gets a pick out of the corner. That pick from Brink at the point. There's Critch chasing with a shot, and it's a rising shot up over the net, and the puck all the way back out to center ice. As the Cobbers are changing, O'Connor gets everybody outside and sent into the CM zone. Picked up by the Maroon and Gold, and they set it away. Tipped down ice there by Joey Bergmeyer. Back behind the Auggie net. Bergmeyer on the forecheck. Takes one of the Auggies out of the play. Puck on the stick of Luke Deitch for Nate Flynn. Drew Anderson into the zone. Anderson in the slot. On the weak side. Deitch, and it's passes over skated. And it's against the near side boards. Comes to the point. And the Cobbers take it away. Bergmeyer sends it into the offensive zone. Bouncing puck right out front. Cleared away by Peterson. Anderson to Will Peterson. Fired corner. And back behind the Auggie net. Matt Nails for the Auggies. Out for Nate Flynn. Flings it up the board. Turned back by the Cowards. And neutralized. Clock shows 4:14 to go. Scoring his first period. Anderson, top of the near face-off circle. The drop pass. Peterson shot. Oh, what a glove save by Sam Nelson. He holds on to get a whistle.
That's a nice confidence-building save there for Nelson. We mentioned he did not play in the game yesterday against Gustavus. This is his first time seeing some action in this new season, and a nice glove save there to keep this game tied at 0.
Face off to the sophomore out of Eau Claire Memorial, the Old Abes. And that's in the Big Rivers Conference, if I remember right. I did hockey there for a couple of years. Followed the Hudson Raiders. And the Auggies in the offensive zone. There's a one-timer from up top by Jake Larson. That was one against the near side boards and played the line and to an open wing. It's held in by Larson. Going after the puck down in the corner as Matt Donnelly. Part of that freshman line for Chris Howe. And by the defense, the Cobbers cleared all the way back down the ice. And they say no icing as the Auggies evidently touched the puck. Matt Nels near corner zone. That takes a hard hit as he's hammered into the boards on the forecheck by Dalton Mills out at center ice. Auggies with the puck for Rodriguez. On the wing far side for Larson. Larson fans out a pass looking for Madrid, who was trailing the play. Rodriguez in the corner. A-Rod goes up top. Eli May back down in the corner for Rodriguez. Alex back behind the net for Madrid. Back to Rodriguez. Tries a wrap around. Can't pull the trigger. Cobbers on the back check. Break it up. Clear the line. Max will hold it in. Lays it down the wall near side for Madrid. Back behind the Cobber net. Eli May jumps into the play. Down to the corner. Behind that, give a go. Eli May from Rodriguez. And the shot was blocked. And golf up into the ceiling. And that one is out of play. Our broadcast here this afternoon, Auggie Game Central, brought to you by Wells Fargo. Proud support of the Auggies and dedicated to helping people build better every day. Call, click, or stop by to start a conversation with them today. Wells Fargo, building better every day. Auggie scoreboard yesterday. Exciting finish. The Auggie football team getting the hammer back, beating Hamlin 35-28.
It sounds like it was quite the finish to that football game yesterday.
Yeah. The Auggies had to pick off a pass there at the end to keep the Hamlin Pipers from scoring and held on for that 7-point win. The Auggie women redeemed themselves after that tough loss to St. Scholastica. They beat Marion College by a score of 6-1. The Auggie women's soccer team, the #1 seed in the tournament, they won. Men lost and failed to make the playoffs. The Auggie volleyball team had a tough day as well. They lost to Bethel, also lost to UW River Falls, but they're in the playoffs Tuesday night. We'll talk about more about that as we go along on this broadcast. We'll have that volleyball match for you from Gus Young Court in St. Peter. Auggies with the puck. Offensive zone. Perm with a shot. Wide again. On that, ladies and gentlemen, up top from the point. It's held in by the Auggies. Down low, Sombry off in the corner. Drop pass for Gudmundsson. And the Cobbers take it away and out to center ice. Back they come. Fired into the offensive zone. There by Zach Deering. Deering over skates. Gillette trying to clear the zone, but the Cobbers hold it in. There's Deering from his knees. Backhands it down low. Cobbers first man to the puck. Behind the net is Grabowski. Johnny walks the goal line. Puts it right out front. Hits the side of the net. And the free puck finally picked up by the Auggies. And back they come. Gudmundsson. Gunner out of Buffalo. The Bison drives it in from center ice. And the Cobbers and the Auggies both in line changes. Sam drives it into the offensive zone. Fired in by the defenseman Brian Cronenberg out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Cobbers back in their own zone. Soderberg's partner is Turk Skatlip out of Winnipeg. He's a junior. Auggies offensive zone. Minute 10 to go in the period. There's a shot by Evan Hesse. Hits traffic in front of Sam Nelson. Picked up and cleared to the line and out to center ice by Quinn Fuchs. Center ice again. Evan Hesse with a minute to go. Hesse on his back end. Top of the circle. Drop pass. Shot. Stick save. Rebound. And it's cleared away and golfed to the line and out to center ice offside. O'Connor knocked it down. Tried to hold it in. Could not. And the Auggies get called for offside at the Cobber blue line. By the way, between the first and second period, my guest will be B.J. O'Brien. He's our new goaltender coach. Took over for Andrew Kent, who's now the goaltender coach at the University of Minnesota. B.J. played his high school hockey at Lakefield. That was before the split, the north-south split. Auggies with the puck. O'Connor, his own blue line. O'Connor from the red line will drive it in, and he takes a hit. On the forecheck there was Dalton Mills. Puck inside the Cobber zone. O'Connor for the point. Flip shot. Way wide of the goal. After the puck is Jason Critch. Plays it down the board for Joey Anderson. Anderson tied up, and it's cleared out to neutral ice. Critch again to clear, and it golfs it into the offensive zone. Cobbers go back and regroup. Eddie Eads goes right wing far side and out to center ice. Rink wide. Hits the skate of Dalton Mills and taken away by Nate Flynn into the zone. Drop past Deach. Luke with a shot. Pad saved by Nelson. And the rebound is Bergmeyer. And Joey gets it out to center ice. Stood up on the check is Dalton Mills. Cobbers onside. They fire it in. Buzzer sounds. And that's the end of a scoreless 20 minutes. It is scoreless. The Cobbers and the Auggies here in Augie Game Central broadcast courtesy of Minnesota Coaches, the official bus provider for Augsburg Athletics. If you have travel needs for your group or special event, visit www.minnesotacoaches.com to learn more or to request a quote. Thank you to Minnesota Coaches. At Devani's Pizza and Hot Hoagies is Augsburg Athletics' first choice for a great meal. Devani's located right across the street, offers the famous Augie-matic discount. Get 10% off any order. Just tell them you want an Augie-matic at Devani's Pizza. Brian Pyatt is alongside. Sam Ritchie is on camera here today. Observations, Brian, first period.
The both teams getting some opportunities on the power play. Neither team able to convert on those opportunities. You kind of get the sense that Concordia has to feel pretty good about that first period. We know defensively, goaltending, they knew that was their strength here heading into this season, and I think the more that they can keep this game scoreless, keeps them in an opportunity to strike, maybe get some offense going. But I think, again, it's early in the season. We're seeing both squads kind of working out some kinks, getting a feel for their line mates and also the team on the opposing side. So kind of a draw. Shots were pretty even, and we'll carry things on into the second period.
It's the annual MIAC Hockey Showcase, and greatly missed. The SID at St. Mary, Donnie Nady, who has been our tournament manager for so many years, and he said this is the first showcase he has missed in the history of this showcase. And of course, Fogarty Arena was the original home before we moved here to the Super Rink about 5 years ago. But Donnie, you are missed, and a big hello to all your people down there in Winona. Between periods, as I mentioned, I had a special guest to talk to, a young man that is now on the coaching staff, our goaltender coach, B.J. O'Brien. And Augie Game Day continues here on this Sunday afternoon from the Super Rink, day 3 of the showcase. And a chance to introduce one of the newest members of our Augie hockey family. And B.J. O'Brien is our new goaltender coach, taking over for Andrew. And let's check out the resume, first of all, B.J., and let's start with your hockey career, high school, college, and coaching. Fill us in.
Yeah, I grew up in Lakeville, Minnesota. Was fortunate to go to a couple state tournaments then, before it was the split of North and South, and then played in the USHL for 1 year in Indiana, and then I was up in Fargo in the North American Hockey League before committing to St. Cloud State. Was there for a couple years, and then transferred to St. Norbert College, won a national championship with them in 2011, and then had the privilege of playing 3 years in the minors. So, and then been coaching the last 3 years, 2 years with Farmington, last year was with Blake, and now excited about this next opportunity.
Were you obviously a goaltender while you're playing?
Yes, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about, you obviously have played for a lot of different coaches during your career. Who maybe been the biggest influence on you as you were growing up?
Yeah, I've had many coaches, good and bad. Some that have been cut that sparked me and drove me to try harder, be more, and then also had some influential ones. Tim Coughlin at St. Norbert was a great influence and mentor for me in many ways, transferring and kind of resurrecting my career and just the success that we had there. But then also after Justin Johnson on the goalie side was a big kind of impact for me, coached me when I was at St. Cloud State, and then even helped afterwards and further beyond. So we all have coaches that have made big influences, and they totally make or break, kind of the success and where you're going. So no, they've been awesome.
How did you end up coming here to Augsburg?
Honestly, I knew Andy Kent, opportunity with him moving on and things, and then some past Augsburg players that obviously knowing the history of the program and things and the success that we've had late, when the opportunity arose, I jumped all over it.
All right, let's talk about your Chargers, your 3 goaltenders. First of all, tell us a little bit about Nick.
Nick, yeah, I've gotten the privilege to know him over the summer and stuff. Great kid, works hard. Do a little bit too much, make that extra play that you don't need to, but the boys got the early goal, which was huge, tie it up, and then Flinner in overtime. So all in all, it was a good game. We can learn from it, build on it, and it's nice to get that first win, and as we move in for today's game.
BJ, welcome to the program and best of luck.
Thanks.
BJ O'Brien, our special guest here between the first and second period. We're going to talk with A-Rod between the second and third period and find out about this young man from Miami of Florida. We're scoreless at the end of one period. The Courtyard Minneapolis Hotel, impressive with state-of-the-art guest rooms, private meeting spaces, and mouth-watering fare at the bistro. Conveniently located, featuring a complimentary shuttle, bring you right to all the Auggie sports action. Visit them at courtyard.com/MSPDC at the Courtyard Minneapolis Hotel. It's a new stay. And owned and operated by an Augsburg alumni, 360 WOW Incorporated. He is the parent company to several up-and-coming brands of the Twin Cities. 1-800-GOT-JUNK. You moving in Shack Shack. You're looking for a great shop on a great team with great pay that is near campus. Learn more or apply online by visiting 360wowincorporated.com. And you know what your sharing company, Brian Pyatt, is alongside, and Tom Ritchie and his crew. In fact, those two are going to do a little adjustment here. So we're going to go dark for hopefully about 15-20 seconds, and we'll be back in just a bit. crossover with.
Yeah, enough to keep you very busy with keeping up with all of them.
All right, it'll be Sam Nelson defending the goal to our left and Nick Schmidt the goal to our right. Second period, Luke Deep to take the draw against John Grabowski. And from center ice against the near side boards, played into the Cobbers zone. Nate Flynn gets spun around on a check and picked up by Deering. Deering rings it around the far side boards. Perm will hold the offensive zone. Max backs it off the wall far side for Flynn. Down low in the corner for Joe Anderson. Joe, of course, senior out of Rochester. Luke Deach out of CDH. Nate Flynn out of Hastings. There's Max Perm at the half wall. Down low for Nate Flynn. He takes a hip check there from the defense. And Ted Okeson, young man, sophomore out of Roseville. Against that back wall, Okeson, far corner zone and left to right. And a headman pass center ice. Good pass. Grabowski into the zone. And nice back check. A nice sweep check, by Eli May. From the point held in by Okeson. His shot is blocked. Augie's looking for a breakaway. Eli May into the offensive zone. Stops at the point. Into the slot. Anderson. Anderson on his backhand. Spins to the forehand. Back to the backhand. Down in the corner. Nate Flynn behind the cover net. Out for it. Oh, fanning out it was Deach. And fanning out was Max Perm. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 and 2. And the Auggies have to go back.
That empty net still there as we have this delayed penalty.
Penalty against the Cobbers, yep. Nick Schmidt heading. I didn't see him head to the bench, but that means the Cobbers will get their second penalty of the hockey game. What did you have on shots in goal in that first period?
So first period, we had shots. They were in favor of Augsburg, but not by much, 11-10.
Okay.
Augsburg out shooting Concordia there in that first period.
And we'll get the call from Mr. Sweeney, voice of the St. Thomas Tommies, our public address announcer. But the Auggies will be on the power play, and they'll send out the second unit, Larson, Madry, and Rodriguez. And Peterson.
Concordia-Moorhead, number 15, Mario Bianchi. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 1:13. Yes.
And Bianchi getting the penalty. Mr. Sweeneyson did not do his homework. Broadcasting many Jefferson games over the years. You better get that name right. Here come the Auggies on the power play to center ice. Madry into the zone. Chandler right through the skates of Larson. A-Rod at the top of the circle. Rodriguez. Here's O'Connor in the slot. Clearing traffic. Rodriguez down low. Giving Gord out of the corner. Back from Chandler into the slot. Rodriguez can't pull the trigger. And his poke checked away. And the Auggies have to go back. A-Rod back into his own zone. Rodriguez circles back behind his own end. Boy, he's got a good jump in his step. Pulls away from the defender into the zone, down the wing, on his backhand, puts it out front, loose puck in the slot, and there is O'Connor trying to clear traffic. Down low in the corner from Madry, up top for O'Connor, shot and it's wide. Rebound behind the net. Peterson for Jake Larson, bad angle shot, saved by Nelson, cleared away by the Cobber defense. Billy Peterson, Petey off into that far corner, and off into the near corner is Rodriguez. At the half wall, Madry. Rodriguez again for Chandler. Madry. And there's a shot off that weak side wing by Peterson. That was up over the net. August control on the power play 50 seconds ago, and they won man advantage. Again, the triangle out of the near corner. Rodriguez trying to tie him up as Scotliff, and taken away by the Auggies. Madry. Goal line high, gets double teamed. Lawton goes up top into the slot, held in by Peterson. Petey top of the circle, down low, off of the stick of Jake Larson, the junior out of St. Michael, Albertville, the Knights. Here's O'Connor from the near point. O'Connor against the box. Madry down low for Rodriguez. Fires, pat save. Nelson. Rodriguez after the puck is stable to that back wall. Madry jumps in to try to pop it free. A 5-man time. We're back to 5-on-5. Cobbers kill off the penalty. Auggies are now 0 for 6 on the season with a 1-man advantage. Cobbers send it down. They're going to change units as the Auggies on the breakout to center. Eric Brink's line is out there. Brink, Hesse, and Andy Faust. Cleared by the Cobbers and out the center ice. And on the move into the offensive zone, carried in by Aaron Rybach. Sophomore out of Winnipeg, seeing his first action in this game. And back behind the net, a nice job to clear the puck away by Matt Nels. He batted it as the net was open. Nick Schmidt was out of the crease, but Matt Nels swatted it and cleared it away from danger. Cobbers came close. Jason Critch has the puck. Hop his stick, puck in the near face-side circle in the Auggie zone. And we're scoreless. Shot from the point. Pad save on a shot by Eddie Eanes. And it banks off that back wall. Comes out front. And Nick Schmidt covers up on the short side pipe to hold on and get a whistle. Played 4 minutes plus of this second period.
Yeah, Schmidt able to freeze the puck there. He actually, it looked like he wanted to do that on that last play, but couldn't quite get his glove on it, and that resulted in an opportunity there for Concordia, trying to kind of bank it in over the net off of his back, but luckily does not trickle into the net.
Augsburg wins the face-off and sent away to center ice. That could be an icing. And nope, they're going to wave it off. First man back is Tanner Okerson. In the forecheck is Eric Brink to hold the offensive zone. Brink against that back wall, draws a double team. Andy Faust is there. Kicked up the board for the point. It's held in by Perham. Taken away by the Cobbers. Back they come on a 3-on-3 into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Donnelly. Matt Donnelly can't get a shot up. And the puck off into the near face-off circle. Evan Hesse takes his man out of the play. And picked up on the wing by Marshall Barnes, a freshman out of Medina. The freshman line is out there. Donnelly, Barnes, and Lembrecht. Zach played for Forest Lake. Back behind the net, wraparound attempt, and Nick Schmidt again covers up on the pipe. There's Lembrecht again. His freshman line for the Cobbers doing a good job. Finding the puck is covered up on and held to the ice by Max Perman. We'll get a whistle with 5 minutes gone here in the period. This is the first of 3 on this, the final day of the showcase. Bethel and St. Mary's, and then Hamlin and St. Thomas.
It's such a great opportunity just to get all of these teams under one roof this weekend. Kind of check out the teams that you're going to be facing throughout the season. These do not count as conference games, but I tell you what, these are important games when it comes to at-large bids at the end of the season.
Cobbers win the face-off, hold the offensive zone, and the puck set up the slot and out to center ice. Seamers and Berger out there on defense for the Maroon and Gold. Into the Auggie zone, cleared by Jason Critch up the right wing for Paul Sobry. Sobry lead pass, and Gunnarsson was all tied up, and the Auggies managed to dump it in. Sobry sends it into the zone. Touches up, Auggies are on side. Cobbers with a puck, and on the break coming to center ice. And on the move, it is Mario Bianchi at neutral ice. And fighting forward, and nobody can get full possession of it. There's Lucas Gillette back into his own zone. The Auggies trying to regroup, and the puck is cleared up in the ceiling, and that one is out of play.
You saw Jason Critch there, the sophomore Champlain. Led it to Tino Grace. Kind of rolled his head there. He was trying to get that puck going up ice, and instead sent that one just a little bit too high, and that trickles off the roof, and we'll have the face-off.
Again, we're scoring us here in the second period. Augsburg winning 17 games last year. The Cobbers won 14. As the puck inside the Auggie zone again. There's the line of Bergmeyer, Ellingson, and Mills out there for the Cobbers. 4-man type in the near corner. Up along the board to the line. It's sailed in by Scott Lippin. Now poke free to center ice. Kronberger up the left wing. Cobbers back in the offensive zone. And a Rick White pass taken away. Auggies, and what do we have? A penalty? And behind the play, we get a roughing call against the Auggies. And Cobbers will go on the power play for the second time tonight. Looks like Nate Flynn, our captain, mild-mannered Nate Flynn, got a 2-minute minor for roughing. Are you kidding me?
What is going on? That's too bad there, because Drew Anderson really had some room here on the near side with some open ice in front of him, trying to get kind of a fast break situation there, but it is whistled because of the penalty, and Concordia going to get another opportunity here on the power play.
Roughing called against Nate Flynn. Cobbers with a puck as they play the 1-2-2. Puck in the high slot. It's held in there by Okerson. Loose puck on goal. Nick Schmidt is there. Nick Schmidt is down. And centered pass. They deflected in. A center pass from behind the net to hit traffic and deflected into the net behind Nick Schmidt. Nick had made the initial save, slid across the crease, but the centering pass went off of one of the bodies of the Auggies, and a power play goal for Concordia-Moorhead. Time of the goal will be 6:32. And we'll have to wait and see the scoring on that one.
Yeah,
Schmidt. 1-0.
Schmidt just kind of sliding there in the momentum. He just wasn't able to stop it, and there were a number of Concordia Cobbers waiting right there on the doorstep to pound it home, and they get the first goal here of the hockey game.
And going over to the scorer's table. Oh, they want the penalty still up on the clock. I guess they want them to take that off. Again, time of the goal 6:32. No, we got a 2-minute minor. They put another 2 minutes up on the clock. There's nobody in the penalty box. That's not right.
I think that's them just kind of working out, trying to get that thing deleted.
Yeah. And off the face of Augsburg with the puck. And there's Max Perm to send it into the offense zone.
Concordia-Moorhead on the power play. Number 10, Zach Durr. With assist from number 9, John Grabowski. And number 15, Mario Bianchi.
And again, it is Deering from Grabowski and Bianchi at 6:32. 1-0 Cobbers. Again, the Auggies have to come from behind. Eli May from Max Perm. From skate to stick, down low in the corner for Rodriguez. Rodriguez at the half wall on his backhand. Backhands it down low in the corner for Madrid. Chandler rings it around the wall, near side for Jake Larson. Larson takes a hit. Loose in the near corner, centering pass out front, top of the circle. Madrid fires, glove save. Nelson holds on and gets the whistle.
And I should mention here, so that's his second goal here of the season now for Deering. He had their only goal in that first game against Gustavus, the lone goal for them. So, and same three guys connecting. So Grabowski and Bianchi with the assist on that goal in the game against Gustavus, also getting the assist here today on the power play. So those three working well together early on in the season.
Face off to the right of Sam Nelson. Yeah, Jacob Steffen was the goaltender yesterday, sophomore out of Edina, in that 1-1 overtime tie with the Gusties. Gusties did win the game in a shootout after the 5-minute OT. Hesse on the draw. Fouls to Brink out there. Critch and O'Connor back at the blue line. Auggies win the face-off, hold the zone momentarily. Down low out of the corner, Andy Faust. Faust up the wall and stapled there. Eric Brink after the loose change against the near side boards inside the camera zone. There's Brink again. Big Eric behind his own net out front on the stick of Evan Hesse. Hesse in the corner, spins away from one man. Hesse, top of the circle, still in possession, doing a great job. Now kicks it out of the corner. Return pass. Hesse into the slot. He's tripped from behind. And no call on a late pass back down the other way. O'Connor with the puck and sends it out to center ice.
Man, that probably could have gone that. They probably could have put his arm up on that one for a trip as Brank just kind of went flying down to the ice, but no call here. We'll continue.
Augsburg in their own zone. Jason Critch banks it off the wall and out to center ice. Cobbers get onside. Berg and Seamers are on the blue line for the Cobbers. Bergmeyer, Ellingson, and Mills out there for the Cobbers. Brank, Hesse, and Faust out there. Long shift. We need a change here. Breakout pass picked off into the Auggie zone. They go rink wide, weak side shot. And almost getting another one. It was Zach Deering. And a 6-8 by Nick Schmidt. O'Connor with a puck. And he plays it off the wall over there. Up over the Cobber bench and out of the way. Cobbers good second period, and that was our downfall on Friday night. Second period was not our best 20 minutes of the hockey game.
And I'm guessing that Chris Howe, head coach, probably made that a point of emphasis for them coming in here. Let's turn things around today, and they have certainly responded and taken the lead.
And it is still Brink, Hesse, and Faust out there for the Auggies. In the Augsburg zone, O'Connor around one man, headman pass for Hesse. And back checking, breaking that up on the play with Bergmeyer. Back into the offensive zone, drop pass, nobody home at the point for the Cobbers. Coming back, Brink, 3-on-2, Eric into the zone. Slot, Eric fires, and it's just wide. Rebound, Andy Faust off of that far corner. Again, the slot. And pulling the trigger is Goodmanson, Gunnar Goodmanson, and his shot was blocked. Cobbers clear, and Matt Nails back into his own zone. Concordia in a line change as Will Peterson's pass is broken up, and the Auggies have to regroup back in their own zone. Peterson's pass for Gillette. Gillette gets around the first forechecker. Gillette on his off wing into the zone, into the slot. He fires, score! Lucas Gillette! He goes low, far side. And just inside the pipe, and the Auggies tied up. Top of the goal will be 9:36. Lucas Gillette. I think that'll be an unassisted goal.
Yeah, that was a really, really impressive goal there by Gillette as he was moving in. Really didn't have a lot of room to work with. Had a defenseman pretty close on him, and he fired that thing off very quickly, and I think caught Sam Nelson in goal a little bit off guard. And before he knew what was going on, the puck was sitting in the back of the net.
And we'll get the scoring in just a bit, but I think it'll be unassisted. We'll have to wait and see.
Augsburg at 9:26 of the second period. Number 10, Lucas Gillette. With assist for number 5, Will Peterson. Time of the Auggies.
All right, they give Will Peterson the one assist on that goal. So we got a 1-1 hockey game here in the second period. And 10. We're about halfway through. There's a shot on a semi-breakaway by Grabowski, and Nick Schmidt turns that one away. Matt Nils, back behind his own net. His partner, Will Peterson, up the right wing for Gillette. Gillette's pass broken up, held in by the Cobbers, the offensive zone. Off in that far corner for Grabowski. Johnny is taken into that back wall by Will Peterson. Does a 180 to get away from the defender. There's Deering for Grabowski. Goes up top to the point. Shot by Tanner Okerson, and Nick Schmidt has to cover up on that far side pipe to hold on to get a whistle. We're halfway through this hockey game, and we're 1-1.
And nice to see Augsburg here now, 2 games in a row, the first 2 games of the season, responding to some adversity. They faced deficits, 1-goal deficits in that first game against Gustavus. They were able to battle back, eventually get the win, and then responding nicely to the Concordia goal here in the second period.
Augsburg wins the faceoff. Eli May in the far corner, zone in. Drop pass for Perham. Perham checking traffic, flings it off the glass and out to center ice. It'll hop the stick of Scatliff and go all the way back down the ice. And Nate Flynn in on the forecheck. Puck in that far corner, Luke Deesh, and he's pinned to the wall there by Kronberger. And taken away by the Cobbers, coming out the near side door, spinning away is Scatliff. Turk back behind the net. There's Luke Deesh on the forecheck. Deesh for Nate Flynn. Taken away by the Cobbers and rung around the near side boards. Eli May from the point. Golfs it down the wall at the half wall. Nate Flynn got spun around. Puck in the zone. Deesh puts it out front. Nobody there for the Auggies. And a nice sliding save out front by the Cobbers. And I believe that was Grabowski. Max Perham back into his own zone for the Auggies under 9 minutes ago. 1-1. Eli May breakout pass. Head man for Deesh. On the wing for Drew Anderson. Into the zone. Anderson into the slot. Drop pass. Beautiful. Perham down the wing. Down in the corner. Deesh centering pass. He scores! And there's a deflection. A similar goal that the Cobbers scored. Luke Deesh from behind the net centered it. Hit bodies into the net. That's an Auggie goal. And the time of this one will be 11:23. We got a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the good guys.
And that was a really nice shift there by Deesh, and it's capped off by a goal, but he was battling hard in the far corner, working against the defenseman of Concordia, and then eventually staying patient and able to really get that from a sharp angle, able to find enough room there to find the back of the net, and they take a 2-1 lead.
Here we go.
11:23 in the second period. Number 11, Luke Deesh. With assist from number 8, Drew Anderson. And number 12, Nate Flynn.
So Anderson and Flynn on the assist. It is a 2-1. Auggie lead. Got the lead back. And the puck back inside the Auggie zone, and the Auggies break out. Lead pass Larson. Jake into the zone. Larson puts it out front. Low in the slot and up into that far corner. And against that back wall, Auggies with a one-man forward check. And doing a good job there is Rodriguez. Madry over his skates. Picked up by the Cobbers. They send it away to center ice. And on the move is Kyle Samers. Samers at the Auggie blue line. Now driven to the offensive zone. Set in by Blake Berg. Breakout pass the other way. Larson into the zone. Spins around his man. Larson in the corner. Centering pass. Hit the side of the goal. And a save by Sam Nelson. Picked up by the Cobbers and a set away to center ice. Lead pass up the wall. That one is deflected up into the crowd. Looking at the crowd, not about half of what we had on Friday night. Friday night we were packed.
It was a packed house. I felt like all of a sudden we looked up and it was a packed hockey arena on Friday. Watching that game against Gustavus. Yeah, not as many people here
about
today,
half,
but
about half full.
Still fun to see some folks out here enjoying some hockey. Is getting a look at this team here as another season ramping up.
Cobbers win the faceoff back in their own zone. Up the board for Marshall Barnes. Taken away by the Auggies in front of their own bench. And the puck again, it is Matt Nels back into his own zone for Will Peterson. Peterson an assist on that lead goal. Into the zone. Down the wing is Evan Hansen trying to find Eric Brink. But back checking, taking that one away is Zach Lambrecht. Lambrecht off the wall and out to center ice. Peterson from his own blue line for Evan Hesse. Takes a hit from behind at the blue line into the Cobbers zone and set away to center ice. Deflected behind Lambrecht. Back inside the Auggie zone. And was that offside? I guess not. Puck in the offense offensive zone, carried in by Barnes. Marshall Barnes with a shot, and Nick Schmidt has to make the save for the Auggies. Golfed up the wall, and that one is up and into the cover bench. That means it's on a play. With 6:45 to go in the second period. Scored his first, now 3 goals here in the second period. 2-1 in favor of the Auggies.
It's amazing how you can go from a first period with not a lot of action to all of a sudden just a flurry of goals here in the second period. And I think you just cannot emphasize enough how promising this is to see Augsburg responding to that adversity as Concordia took the lead. Really showing a veteran group here today responding.
Augie's own shot and goal, 6-save for Nick Schmidt. And he will hold on as they get a shot off the faceoff. What does Kelsey have for shots and goal?
So we're at 20 shots to 18 in favor of Concordia. So they are winning the shot battle, but not the battle on the scoreboard here at the moment.
Now the Cobbers have had a great second period, but the Auggies put up 2 in the space of about 2 minutes. Actually, 1 minute and, how's my arithmetic, 47 seconds. Play inside the Cobbers zone, up along the left wing boards, left to right. Coming the Cobbers in the offensive zone, and there's a shot way wide of the goal after the rebound. Off in the corner is Mario Bianchi. Bianchi against that back wall, has it poke checked away, loose in the near corner. Played up the near side boards to the half wall. Auggies trying to clear and cannot clear the zone. Good forechecking by the Cobbers to the point. Held in by Turk Skadliff. Hope I pronounce his name right. He's a junior out of Winnipeg. Augie's zone, and finally cleared to center ice. Gillette, Lucas, who's got a goal. Gillette walks the goal line and backhands it just wide. And from the blue line, carried out to center by Skadliff, and Turk will send in the offensive zone. Cobbers in the line change. Gillette with a puck for Jason Critch. Critch for O'Connor through his skates. Jumping into play is Jake Ellingson. Sent through the high slot, high in the air to the near side boards. And from the point, there's a blast by Seamers that is saved by Schmidt. And again, from the near side boards, it's played back behind the Augie net. O'Connor finally clears, and the Augies get it out of the zone. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Into the zone is Anderson on his backhand. Drop pass, Critch. Jason fires, and he hit his own teammate, Luke Deach, right on the side of the goal. Deach back behind the cover net. He's taken down as Concordia on the left to right breakout. Headman pass too far for Alex inside the Augie zone, and played back behind the Augie net. O'Connor to get to the puck first, but Cobbers into the forecheck to halt that. 4-man time. Played free. Anderson on the breakout to center. Drew into the offensive zone. Anderson trails down the left wing. Anderson back behind the net for Nate Flynn. The captain at the half wall sets up at the point. Nate Flynn, rink wide near side. Anderson fires, and a rising shot up over the net. From the point, Matt Nails, the freshman out of Boulder, Colorado. Up top and at the point. Beautiful play. Anderson out down low. Deach centering pass out front. Where's the puck? And the net came loose, and the puck is nowhere near the net as we have bodies colliding. But that was a pretty three-way passing play by the Auggies.
And you just see Augsburg here kind of wiping off the dust of their game a little bit is what happens when you start a new season. You just have to get those minutes in, logged in a game situation, and a lot of those passes really starting to connect. And you can see that chemistry really coming alive here in the second period.
Follow Auggie Athletics on social media. Go to Augsburg Auggies on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of your Auggie social media. And remember to use the hashtag Auggie Pride to share your love of Auggie Athletics. Play inside the Auggie zone and back behind Schmidt. Puck in that far corner. Madry pokes it free, and up in the near corner is Matt Nails. He goes reverse. It's deflected up the wall and out to center ice. The Cobbers get onside and driven into the offensive zone by Okerson, former Roseau Ram. Puck back behind the Augie net. Peterson's pass picked off out front, wide open shot. Schmidt with a save on a shot by Bergmeyer. Oh, the Auggies coughed it up in their own end. Bergmeyer had a great opportunity. Back the other way. Scoring on a tip in. Out of the corner, centering pass and tipped in right out front. And the centering pass, I believe, came from Rodriguez. Was that Matt Nels who put it in?
That was Nels. Yeah,
Matt Nels, his first collegiate goal. The young man out of Boulder, Colorado. And the Auggies make it a 3-1 second period. And that was it. This goal will be 16-25. get that puck. Give him a souvenir.
That's one that he will remember for a long time for sure. That just kind of gets the weight lifted off his shoulders a little bit and he can settle in. And that was a great job just driving hard to the net. It was a sharp angle centering attempt there, and he puts it in.
Winners from number 15, Chandler Madry, and number 5, Will Peterson.
That was such a beautiful pass, centering pass from
Gorgeous.
Chandler. And a tip by Matt Nels. And Will Peterson got the second assist. Petey's got 2 assists in the afternoon. 3-1 Auggies with 3:10 to go here in the second period. Auggies in their own zone. Restoring order. Max Perham to center. From skate to stick and break a check from behind. May ahead for Andy Faust into the zone near side. Goes rink wide far side. Weak side break shot. And that is deflected up over the glass and out of play. So Lucas Gillette, Luke Deitch, and Matt Nels, the goal scorers for the Auggies here in the second period. Zach Deering getting the lone goal for the Cobbers. Zach out of Chanhassen. I'm not sure what high school. Maybe he did go to Chanhassen High School or Chaska or one of the schools down there in the southwest suburbs.
Yeah, played at Aberdeen for the NAHL for junior hockey.
Puck inside the Cobbers zone. Played up along the left wing boards from the point. O'Connell with a shot on goal. And Sam Nelson has to make the save. Talked about the crowd. I was here 2-3 weeks ago when the North American Hockey League had their annual showcase. And there was action in 4, maybe 5 different rinks. This place was packed.
Packed. Yeah, a lot of people here to watch some hockey. And just what a great facility to be able to host events like this where you can have an entire league, an entire conference under one roof for the weekend.
By the way, we have a penalty against Kyle Seamers from Crown Point, Indiana. Auggies on the power play. And the puck won by the faceoff, won by the Cobbers. They sent it all the way down the ice.
Minor penalty, Concordia-Moorhead's number 31, Kyle Seamers. 2 minutes for holding.
Holding is a Kyle against Kyle. Kyle, the freshman defenseman. Auggie scoreless on the power play so far this season. Tied to Cashwood. Offensive zone. Brink, who plays one of the points. Down low in the corner. Back up top for Brink. Top of the faceoff circle. Out front, and Anderson just missed the tip. Nate Flynn at the half wall. Return pass for Perham. Nate walks in. Perham, one-timer, and it's deflected wide by Trevik. And the rebound all the way back out to center ice.
It was a nice shot, though, keeping it low, giving his players in front of the net an opportunity to try to deflect it.
Here's Drew Anderson getting everybody outside. Wheels into the offensive zone. Anderson drop pass for Nate Flynn on that far right wing. Flynn back behind the Cowber net. Flynn out of the near corner. Puts it up front, and it's broken up. And it's hand passed out of the zone. No hand pass, I guess not. Into the offensive zone. The Cowbers bring it in. O'Connor takes care of his man. And the Auggies on the power play for another 47 seconds. Eric Brink on the walk into the offensive zone. Brink on the wing. And it's a bouncing puck. Luke Deitch couldn't get it to sit down. Jake Larson out front. One-timer Madry, a Chandler shot. That'll sail up over the glass and into the net and out of play.
And defensively there, Turk Scatliff, the junior defenseman, a nice job coming over there to deflect that puck, because that was would have been a very quality scoring opportunity there if he had not been in place.
1:15 to go in the period. 35 seconds in the Auggie power play. Alex Rodriguez, our transfer from RPI. And out of Miami of Florida, he'll be my guest between the second and the third period as we introduce the young man. Actually played his high school hockey down at Shattuck St. Mary's. And he played both Pee-wees and Bantams down there. So he's actually been up here in Minnesota for about 12 years. So he said, I'm used to this weather.
I was just going to say, the winter will not be a shock to him.
As we have a minute to go in the period. Here's Madry with a shot, and Chandler looking for his first goal, and another one that finds the netting back behind the net. We talked about he's got a lot of family still living down in the Miami area. And another number of brothers and sisters that have been playing sports. I think he said he has a brother that is playing hockey, or at least did play hockey. Off the face-off offensive zone, Auggies control. In the slot is Rodriguez. On the way, walking in, shot, quick save, rebound, and it's deflected up over the Chandler Madry just snake bit. He could have 3 goals in this period as the puck all the way back down the ice. O'Connor with 35 seconds to go. We're back to 5-on-5. Breakout pass tipped by Scatlett back inside the Auggie zone. Puck in the near corner. And taken away by the Auggies, and O'Connor on the breakout. Ahead for Chandler Madry. Madry out of MSU Mankato and Bakersfield, California. Back behind the cover net. Played up along the near right wing boards and out to center ice. Peterson to break it up. Petey with a pair of assists in the period. Here is Paul Sobry, and he fires it into the Cobbers zone. And that'll just about do it. Back behind the cover net. Wraparound, Sobry, Paul, shot, save, rebound. And there's the buzzer. And then the 6 come up a little bit. Cover defense trying to protect the goaltender. And here's the scoring in the period. Should mention some of our sponsors, first of all, who make this all possible. Thrivent Financial Services Organization that helps Christians be wise with money and live generously. For more than a century, they've helped nearly 2.4 million member owners make wise money choices that reflect their values, and they provide opportunities for them to be even more generous where they live, work, and worship. Contact Augsburg alumni Alex Gonzalez for more information at 952-358-3442. And Jimmy John's, the #1 sandwich choice for Augsburg Athletics, located on the northwest corner of campus and provide fast delivery. How fast, you ask? Freaky fast. Go to www.jimmyjohns.com to view their menu and hours at Jimmy John's. I believe it's the #4, the tuna that is my favorite.
That's your jam. I always go with the number 12, the Beach Club. And you have to add sprouts.
Oh,
I always like to add sprouts.
I hate.
You don't like sprouts?
No.
Oh, man.
It looks like you're eating grass.
It's healthy for you, though, right?
All right. Well, let's recap again the scoring in this first period before we get to our interview. And the scoring again, the Cobbers get on the board first at the 6:32 mark. Actually, it was a power play goal, and it was Zach Deering getting the goal, his second of the showcase, and he's assisted by John Grabowski and Mario Bianchi, and it was 1-0, but the Auggies would come back and tie it up. And the scoring, Lucas Gillette at 9:26, and that was an unassisted goal to make it 1-1. At 11:23, Luke Deitch from Max Prum and Nate Flynn. It was 2-1, and Matt Nails gets his first collegiate goal for the Auggies as Rodriguez and Madry getting an assist on that goal. And Brian, let's see, what do we have for penalties? 3 against each team?
Yeah, so 4 power plays so far for Augsburg. I think I'm looking at that right.
The Auggies have, Cobbers have been called for 4 penalties, and the Auggies have been called for 2.
I think. Yeah.
Flynn had 1. Evan Hesse had 1.
Still searching for that first power play goal of the season, Augsburg, but fun period to watch. I tell you what, from much different style of play from what we saw in the first period. And again, to reiterate, just a great job there of Augsburg responding to that early adversity. Concordia came out and got a nice goal, looked good early, and then really ever since then, the offense really cranked into high gear for Augsburg, and that has them sitting pretty here, 3-1 as we go into the third.
All right, again, we're at the end of 2 periods. He's Brian Pyatt. I'm Tom Merchant, and it's time for my between-period guest. And Auggie Game Day continues here on this Sunday afternoon from the Super Rink, Day 3 of the showcase, and a chance to introduce our Auggie fans. One of the newest members of our Auggie hockey family hails from, I believe it's Miami, and Alex Rodriguez, and very famous name, but we'll talk about that in just a bit. But tell us a little bit about family and life back down in Florida.
It's a little different than Minnesota. I would say it's a little more upbeat down there. Moving to Minnesota, you kind of get accustomed to like the simpler lifestyle. Obviously the seasons, winter is tough, but we get through that with hockey. And no, it's been good though. I love Minnesota. I've been able to call it home for the last 12 years, and got nothing but great things to say about it.
Tell us a little bit about your family. Do you have some brothers and sisters that are athletes?
Yeah, I have a brother. He played hockey when he was younger. Now he's at Kansas State studying architecture. And I got a sister who she was a figure skater and she was a dancer. Now she's going to Mankato down south. So, and then I have an oldest brother. He's living in Miami. He's just working. Yeah.
What about your playing career and what are your stops, high school, college, and so on?
Well, I went to Shattuck St. Mary's. I went there for all my Bantam and high school career. Then after high school, I went down to play in Sioux City, Iowa for the Musketeers. Then after that, I spent 2 years at RPI playing there, and then now I'm here with the Auggies.
All right, you get your first goal as an Auggie, our first goal here the other night. Talk about your line mates, the transfer line with Jake and Chandler, and you guys acquitted yourselves pretty well.
Yeah, I know they're great players. Seem to find the ice well together. A lot of speed on that line, a lot of creativity, and guys know it's almost like we know where we're going to be, and it's good. It's a good fit.
Well, just 2 weeks into this season, a lot of new faces on this program and getting to know people, but how is the chemistry and camaraderie building?
Camaraderie on the team is already established before I got here, and so I'm just trying to come in and do my job and kind of just trying to get in the mix here. These guys have been together for a while now, obviously winning 2 championships together too. So they're a tight-knit group, and I'm just happy that they invited me into it.
And we're visiting with Alex Rodriguez, already dubbed A-Rod. And with that, I ask him, have you ever played baseball?
You know what? At Shattuck, I played 1 game, had 1 at bat. They cut me right after. I was pretty much the bad boy the rest of the season, but it was fine. I wish I would have played a couple more sports. It was just all hockey for me.
Did you ever get a chance to meet your namesake?
I have not. No, I wish though.
I did get a chance to interview him about 20 years ago when the Golden Gophers were playing in Miami, Florida baseball, and he sat in with me on a broadcast. But again, Alex Rodriguez, welcome to the program, and best of luck the next couple of years.
Thank you.
Alex Rodriguez, dubbed A-Rod, one of the newest members of our Augie hockey family, and he got the first goal of the season on Fawning for the Auggies in a 3-2 win. And here we've got goals from Luca Gillette, Luke Deitch, and Matt Nels getting his first goal as an Auggie. You can listen and watch more than 130 live Augsburg sporting events online by going to our website at athletics.augsburg.edu. We have live webcast 11 different sports during the school year. Our Game Central portal features live webcast along with live statistics of home events. You'll also be able to watch and listen to archived events on demand. Go online to athletics.augsburg.edu and click on the live stats and webcast link, or click the Augie Live link on game days. We're going to step away for a few minutes, back with a third period in a 3-1 Augie game in just a bit. welcome you back to the Schwann Super Rink and the annual Donnie Nadu MIAC Hockey Showcase. Donnie, hello everybody, we miss you. Say, take a trip down memory lane at Memory Lane's and Flashback Cafe at 26th Avenue in South Minneapolis. 30 bowling lanes, live entertainment, great food and 2 game rooms, make for a great time. Visit www.memorylanesmpls.com for more information. Kelsey, quick question. What time on Tuesday do you play?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock up in St. Joe?
Yep.
Okay, the new field. Talking to Kelsey Whaley, the SID, St. Catherine University, and the Wildcats, one of my clients. And they will play the Blazers of St. Ben's on Tuesday afternoon in the quarterfinals of the MIAC soccer playoffs. Brand new facility up there. Blazers put a lot of money in softball and soccer, and they redid the gym. And we may be able to get to see some of that. The Auggie women, the volleyball team, can get there on Thursday night. 3-1 here at the end of one period of play on the Auggie sports calendar. And the Auggie volleyball team, quarterfinals, MIAC volleyball tournament at Gustavus Gus Young Court, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, 6:50 your broadcast time here at Auggie Game Central. Wednesday, the Auggie women's soccer team, the champions of the MIAC, will host either St. Kate's or St. Ben's. And Don said either a 2 or 7 o'clock start. That's still up in the air. Thursday, we hope we have some volleyball for you. And that would be up at, as mentioned, St. Ben's up in St. Joe. Saturday, football at Bethel, 1 o'clock. And hockey on Saturday night from UW River Falls. The Falcons of the Auggie, 6:50 your broadcast time here on Auggie Game Central. And with that, we bring in, once again, Brian Pine, my broadcast partner. And enjoying this weekend there, sir?
It's been a blast. Yeah, it's fun to see these teams getting their first action of the season, and that was a fun second period to watch. That first period was kind of a stalemate here between Augsburg and Concordia, neither team scoring in that opening period of play, but in the second period we had 4 goals. So for Concordia, Deering scoring his second goal of the season. They scored on the power play, and then Gillette, Deitch, and Nels all also finding goals for Augsburg in that second period, and it sets up what should be a fun one here in the third. Kind of get the sense that Concordia needs to score early here in this period to get some momentum going for them in the right direction if they want to come back and try to even this thing up at 3.
Well, we mentioned the Auggies are in Superior on Friday night, River Falls on Saturday night, and it's crossover weekend. That means the Cobbers will be crossing the river. They'll be in Menominee to take on UW Stout on Friday night. And then on Saturday, let's see, where do they go? I don't think they play Saturday.
I think it's Saturday off.
Yeah, I think they've got Saturday off. They have Stout on Friday. And then back home. That's a long drive from Moorhead to Menominee.
Bit of a trek, that's for sure.
Track. Here we go, face off. Nick Schmidt to our left, Sam Nelson to our right. In a 3-1 hockey game, and what seems to be the delay.
Just going to have to wait patiently here for the puck to drop.
And can we implore Kelsey to get an updated score on the other games going on?
St. Thomas and Hamlin are tied 1-1. St. Mary's and Bethel are tied 0-0.
Okay, thank you.
Boom.
Thank you, Kelsey.
She knew that right off the top of her head. Impressive.
And what did she say? It was 1-1 Bethel and St. Mary's and 0-0 Hamlin and St. Thomas.
I think we had that right. Yeah. Okay. So Bethel and St. Mary's, the 3 o'clock game. They started at 3, and then Hamlin and St. Thomas playing. They started at 3:30.
Okay. And for some reason, we've got a delay. They put down too much water, and they're waiting.
That's kind of what I was thinking, was maybe waiting for that stuff to settle, some of that pooling of the water here on the ice surface.
There's a lot of water down in the corner where the Zamboni garage is.
Need our swim trunks.
Yeah.
We forgot them in this weather.
Yeah.
Not very conducive to swimming trunks.
You know, it is kind of cool in here. You'd think the ice would set up rather quickly, but nah.
Apparently not.
By the way, the Augsburg Ice Arena is going to go major renovations come March, the end of the season, and everything's going to be torn up. They have to put in the new refrigeration and a lot of remodeling going on at Saugestad Rink. And that'll be next March, should be ready by next October.
Ooh, it should be fun to look forward to.
All right, off the face-off, controlled by the Cobbers. As they come right to left, they set it inside the Auggie zone. Schmitty will leave it there for Max Prum. No, place it off into the near corner. Deering, who has both Cobber goals so far this season, in the near corner inside the Auggie zone. He gets double team. Max Prum was there. A four-man rugby scrum against the near side boards. Comes free. Up top, they go weak side wing, far side. Looking for that puck is Eddie Eads. And Eads goes rink wide near side. And fanning out, it was Grabowski. And Eli May to set it away and out to center ice. Off the stick of Eads, but covering it on the play with Tanarokasin and plays it out to center ice. Anderson into the zone, down the left wing. Joe Anderson down around, and he hits the side of the goal on a centering pass. Puck in the high slot, taken away by the Cobbers. As Grabowski sends it up the right wing and tipped inside the Auggie zone. Cleared again back out to neutral ice. There's Kronberger and Scotliffe on defense for the Cobbers. And there's a bad angle shot wide of the goal, and a shot taken by Kronberger. As we're just underway third period, a minute gone, 3-1. 4 goals in the second period. Gillette, Deitch, and Nels for the Auggies. And during the goal for the Cobbers, they tied Gustavus 1-1 yesterday. Gusty's won the shootout. Face out to the right of our junior goaltender, Nick Schmidt out of Fargo. Daniel Gerasimov out of Moscow and Johnny Albers out of Blaine are our two backup goaltenders. Daniel is 6'3", and Johnny Albers is 6'5". Play behind the Auggie net. Puck off into the near corner line of Mills, Bergmeyer, and Ellingson out there for the Cobbers. And now Andy Faust. Faust plays it ahead into the offensive zone for Brank. There's Andy, Evan Hesse. Hesse in the corner doing the forechecking. And the puck back behind that, taken away by Bergmeyer. Joey Bergmeyer plays it out to center ice, then got spun around. Jason Critch back into his zone for the Auggies. Plays it up the board, played away from Evan Hesse. And Evan Hesse lost the glove. I thought he had hurt his arm there. Here's Andy Faust into the zone. Eric Brink in on goal. Brink shot. Scores! Eric Brink, number 1 for 2017. Our leading goal scorer from last year was 16. And he lights the lamp at 1:48. We got a 4-1 hockey game in favor of the Auggies.
And that was a quick move in there towards Nelson by Brank. What a great job creating the opportunity there, and really just what the doctor ordered when it comes to Augsburg here in the third period. They wanted to keep pressing. We mentioned Concordia really wanted to try to probably get that first goal, but great goal there.
What is this from number 19, Andy Faust?
Andy Faust, what a shot.
Auggies goal, 148.
148, 4-1. Auggies with a 3-goal lead. Early stages of the third period. And the puck popped out to center ice. Matt Dudley coming back for the Cobbers. Dudley with a centering pass, deflected on goal. Schmidt with a pad save. And the rebound swept away. And out to center ice. Rodriguez's pass broken up on a nice back check by the Cobbers. And back into his own zone as Kyle Seamers back behind his zone. That comes out the near side door. Seamers around the first forechecker. Kyle hits the red line, splits the double team into the zone. Comes down that left wing, still in possession. Turns and fires, blocked. Comes free to line and poke free to center ice. And Jake Larson coming down ice at a breakaway, but without the stick.
It's kind of an essential tool, isn't it? You kind of need that stick.
Try to kick it in. Here's Max Prum back into his zone. Hits the red line. He'll drive it in. Both teams are finishing their line changes. Puck in the near corner of the Cobbers zone. And out front is Goodmanson. He takes a hit and goes down. Eli May from the point will hold the offensive zone. Plays it down the wall. Sobry is tied up against that backboard along with Lucas Gillette. And the puck pops free into the face-off circle. Comes out front. And off in that far wing, there is Aaron Rybach on that third line with Stillwell and Quinn Fuchs. Cobbers get whistled down for an icing. Face-off back down inside the Cobbers zone. 16:45 to go in this one, 4-1.
And shots still in favor of Augsburg, 28-23, the current tally. Leading in the shot category. Also the stat that matters on the scoreboard, 4-1.
And the face-up won by Gunnar Goodmanson, the former Bison out of Buffalo. And the puck is deflected up into the Cobber bench and across the way. And we'll drop it again inside the CM zone. August will be home in a couple weeks. I don't have the advanced schedule. But again, Superior and River Falls next week on the road. Face-off cleared by the Cobbers and down ice. Max Perm in the race for the puck. As in on the forecheck there, Max lost an edge. It goes down here, and Rybach is after it. Rybach against the far side boards, gets a pick from the referee and clears it down low along the near side boards. There's Quinn Fuchs trying to put it out front. Quinn Fuchs plays it back behind that, and off the stick of Rybach. Rybach tries to get it back to the point. It's broken up. Now it comes up top. Return pass broken up momentarily by Eli May. May sends it away for Gillette. Gillette want to run around his man. Forgot the puck. Gets it back out front. Wide open. Paul Sobry. Backhand shot into the wide. Big Paul back behind his own net. They're 6'4" junior. And off the end of his stick and out to center ice. Paul, of course, out of Winnipeg. As Jason Critch from his own blue line for Sobry, and Paul backhands it into the zone. He'll head for the bench. Auggies in a line change. Cobbers on the breakout for Deering. Zach from skate to stick into the offensive zone, and back checking, breaking it up was Luke Deitch. Sends it away to center ice. Anderson coming with Nate Flint. Drew in on goal, fires, and it's off the glove of Sam Nelson and deflected off into the near corner. Drew looking for number one and just missed. Puck against the near side boards inside the Cobbers zone. And they scrum against the wall, and it comes free into the slot and cleared away up the far side boards for Bianchi. A little bit too far for Mario. And the Auggies in their own zone. Jason Critch around one, around two. Nate Flynn, right wing, the captain into the zone. Nate Flynn on the wing, a return pass, never got there. And it's cleared the line, but not out, as it's held in by Anderson. Drew on his backhand. Anderson spins away from the 1-4 checker, then takes a hit. As the puck is free against the wall and cleared out to center ice. Broken up into the zone. Peterson with a shot. Peterson already with 2 assists tonight. He gets a shot off, and that hit traffic. They go up top to the point for Matt Nels, who's got his first collegiate goal. His shot is wide. Nate Flynn centers it out front, and it's broken up down low there by Zetkiff. And cleared the line. Nels to hold it in again. A good wrist. He's got a good wrist shot. And it's fired wide. Cobbers sent it all the way down ice. That should be no rainbow icing, I guess. Matt Nels picks it up behind his own end. Nels ahead for Eric Brink on his off wing. Eric into the zone. He's got the last goal. Brink against that back wall. He's hooked down and goes down. No whistle. Brink back behind the net. Gets double team. And lost possession. And there is Evan Hesse to cover up. Evan Hesse tries to poke it free to the line. And it's broken up by CM and they send it down to the zone. Eli May back. First man in on the forward check is Dalton Mills for the Cobbers. Dalton Luxbridge, Ontario. Into the zone. Eric Brink. Top of the circle. Fires. Stick save Nelson. Rebound. Going into the corner, Seamers and Brink. There's Evan Hesse again. What a stick handler he is. Up along the right wing boards. August hold the zone. Good job by Andy Faust. Down low in the corner for Eric Brink. Brink up the wall, crisscrosses with Hesse. Eric from his backhand to the forehand. Up top, Max fires, and it's deflected up over the net. And off that back wall, picked up and cleared out to center ice. Eli May for Perm. Auggies get onside. Max into the zone, down the wing. Perm drop pass, one-timer. Hesse. Stick save by Nelson. Puck off into the near corner for Joey Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer plays it rink wide, and coming to center ice, and the walk is Ellingson. Jake Ellingson sends it into the Auggie zone. Turned back by the Auggies and down ice, and no icing, I guess. Seamers leaves it there for the defense, and Tanner Okeson, far corner in on the forecheck is Madry. Okeson again to clear, and deflects up off the glass down ice. That could be an icing. It is. Icing called against Concordia-Moorhead with 12:38 to go. Now on a 4-1 third period. Eric Brink getting his first of the year at 1:48 from Andy Faust.
And you have to love the energy here from Augsburg in the third period, coming in with that 2-goal lead, and they're taking over in the shot category. 31 shots to the 23 of Concordia right now, so they're really keeping their foot on the throttle here to try to close this one out.
At center ice, Cobbers get onside as they'll dump it back into the zone as it's set in. from center ice by Marshall Barnes. Auggies in the offensive zone. Chandler Madry. Madry in on the board, takes his man into the far side boards, kicking it free as Eads. And there's Rodriguez. A-Rod spun around in a check. At the half wall is Critch. Critch plays it down low, intercepted by the D to the line. It's held in by Critch. Back to Jason. Give it go. Critch down the wing. Jason fires. And that is deflected up over the glass and out of play. Correction that with Jake Larson, 16, not 6. I apologize.
At least there was a 6 in there. Got half of it right there.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I think for Concordia here, you have to know, regardless of how this game finishes on the scoreboard, they want to have some positive things happen here in the final 11 minutes of this hockey game, get some momentum, some things to build on moving on from here. They'd love to climb back into this hockey game, but I think regardless, they just have to keep grinding it out here and kind of settle in here to the new season.
Kronberger, Bryant for the Cobbers, plays it up the near side wing, too far for Quinn Fuchs, as Matt Nels plays it out to neutral ice. Here comes Lucas Gillette. Gillette with Sobry into the zone. Gillette, top of the crease for Sobry on a drop pass. Paul takes his man to the wall, comes to the point, and a shot up over the net, and off that back wall, shot taken by our assistant captain, Will Peterson. There's going to be a penalty against the Cobbers, and a tripping call. Looks like Sutcliffe may have hauled down Lucas Gillette on a hook. Time of the penalty will be at the 8:43 mark, and the Auggies will go on the power play yet again.
Yeah, there really wasn't much question on that one. I don't think you can really argue it. He went down pretty hard, and Turk Sutcliffe will take a seat, the junior defenseman out of Winnipeg. And another opportunity here, still looking for that first power play goal of the season for Augsburg.
Cobbers cleared all the way down the ice to number 1 unit. Of course, Brink and Perham at the points. Deitch, Anderson, and Flynn up front. As Max leads the breakout, goes left wing far side for Anderson. Drew into the zone. Anderson pass broken up in the slot. It's loose from skate to stick. Held in by Eric Brink at the near point. Down the wall, up top. Oh, and Max couldn't reach the pass, the errant pass, and all the way back down the ice. The Auggies have to go back once again. As Perham pulls away from the first forechecker. Max on the move. Red line, blue line, drop pass. Deitch, break wide, far side. Up top, shot by Brink, and it's wide. Back for the puck is Anderson playing the point. Brink again. Eric with another opportunity. Goes wing, weak side for Nate Flynn. Off the heel of his stick. He controls. Nate Flynn out of the corner. Gets a pick. Up top for Perham. Max Perham back to Flynn. Walks the wall at the half wall. Flynn, who had 2 on Friday night. Flynn, drop pass for Deitch. Deitch trying to get away from the referee there. Up top for Perham. Rink wide. Brink, top of the near face off circle. Brink into the slot. On the wing, Deitch. He fires. Hits traffic. Nate Flynn trying to get him to sit down. Loose to the side of the goal. They hammer at it. And Sam Nelson covers up on the pipe, holds on to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Twin City Orthopedics proud to be the official sports medicine provider for Augsburg Athletics. TCO offers orthopedic urgent care hours at 6 convenient locations across the metro. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. Visit them at tcomn.com to find a location near you. Face up. There is Jake Larson for the Auggies against that back wall. Madry out there. Rodriguez is out there. Critch is out there. And so is O'Connor with 35 seconds to go in the Augie power play. And we've got a whistle. And we've got a holding call against somebody down there in the corner. And this time they call Rodriguez for it. As Alec is having a conversation, and they're escorting him to the penalty box. So A-Rod gets his first penalty as an Augie. And we're 4-on-4 for about 33 seconds. And then the Cobbers will have a power play.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what they called here. There was kind of a battle there in the far corner. So they called was a holding.
Yeah. The only goal of the hockey game so far for the Cobbers was a power play goal by Zach Deering.
And it changed really quickly after that goal was scored by Concordia. You felt like, hey, they got some momentum, they got things working in the right direction, and then just a flurry of shots and goals from Augsburg.
2 minutes for hooking.
Oh, they called a hook again, A-Rod. As the Cobbers go back and regroup. 4-on-4. They'll have the power play advantage in about 20 seconds. Puck out at center ice, back in the Auggie zone. Critch will get to it first. Plays it ahead for O'Connor. OC out of his own zone. Hits the red line, into the zone. Stops, fires into the midsection of Sam Nelson. He will hold on to get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 9 9:22 to go here in the hockey game. 4-1 in favor of the Auggies. Dan 1-0 have scored 4 unanswered goals.
Holding the stick.
Now, the holding the stick was a call against Rodriguez.
So you were right.
Evan Hesse out there, and he wins the draw for the second straight time. Puck is free to center. There's Jason Critch. Plays it up the wall, looking for Hesse. Into the offensive zone, cleared out to neutral ice. Into the Auggie zone, picked up and cleared all the way down the ice. And the Cobbers run the power play now for a minute. They had 15 seconds. And there is Evan Hesse again to hold it in. Hesse and Faust were the penalty killers. And now here comes Goodmanson and Lucas Gillette out there on the penalty kill. That's from center ice. The Cobbers will drive it in. And a race for the puck. Quick will get to it. Matt Nails will get to it first as he's taken into that back wall by Blake Berg. 4-man scrum in the near corner. There's Berg again. And he tries to feed Deering. Deering tied up. And out of the corner, they go up top to the point. Held in. Played down the wing. Far side for Deering. Deering goes up top there for Okerson. On the near side wing, there's Bianchi. Bianchi from skate to stick, top of the circle, down low, give and go out of the corner. Broke it up by the Auggies. Held in, though, by the Cobbers and Okerson. Okerson in that high slot. Tanner goes wing near side for Bianchi. Mario at the top of the circle. Bianchi backs up to the blue line. Now into the slot. Goes down wing, far corner. And again up top to the point. On the wing for Okerson. Back to Bianchi. Mario fires. And it's wide. And the rebound, deep rebound, lively boards. Taken away by Gillette. 2-on-2 coming back. Short-handed. Gillette with Goodmanson into the zone. Fires. And a save by Nelson. And the puck is still free in the paint. Finally, the whistle blows after O'Connor popped it into the net.
Yeah, great work there. Connor Goodmanson right on the doorstep, trying to pound that one in past Sam Nelson. But the whistle, maybe a little quick there, but they blow the whistle dead, and we'll have a face-off to Nelson's right.
And the penalty time is off the boards. We're back to full strength with 7:48 to go. 4-1 in favor of the Auggies. Anderson, Deach, and Flynn out there. Perham and Eli May at the points. Cobbers zone. Picked up and cleared by Deering and down ice. And that'll be an icing called against Concordia-Moorhead. Cobbers with 14 wins last year. Tied in overtime with the Gusties yesterday. The 5 teams in the playoffs last year. Face out to the right of the sophomore goaltender, Sam Nelson. Auggies win the draw. May for the point. Shot on goal. Saved by Nelson. There's that side paddle to keep it from going into the net. And he'll get yet another whistle.
And that puck kind of deflecting there a little bit. Kind of a weird direction coming at him there. But Nelson doing a nice job maintaining composure there and able to freeze the puck.
And the draw won by the Cobbers. As in the corner is Kronberger. And the pass taken away by the Auggies for Anderson. He has stood up on a big check by Kronberger, and the puck out to center ice. On his off wing is Zach Lambrecht, and the Auggies take away the pass and send it back down ice. Cobbers right to left out of their own zone. They go wing far side. There's Anderson on the intercept. Cleared by the Cobbers now all the way back down into the Auggie zone. Eli May behind his own end. Comes out the near side door. May ahead. Perfect pass. Deach into the zone. On the wing, Nate Flynn. Trailer. Shot by May, and it's high and wide up with the net. Eli looking for number 1. Puck against the side of the net. Cleared out to center ice. Max Perham for Drew Anderson. Anderson for Eli May. May will send it into the zone. Auggies hit a line change. As back for the puck is Blake Berg, the sophomore out of Hastings. Former Raider. From center ice, the Cobbers up the left wing. Bergmeyer into the offensive zone. He lost it as it goes down. O'Connor behind his own net. Stops and clears it ahead to center ice. On the stick of Evan Hesse into the zone with Frankenfaust. And a shot by Hesse and a glove save again by Sam Nelson. Boy, this young sophomore showing a good glove hand.
He certainly is, and he's been challenged here today. You've seen Augsburg going for that portion of the net, but he's certainly been up to the task numerous times, and him getting his first start here of the season, and he's made some saves. Obviously, he's let in a few more goals than he would like to, I'm sure, but he's also made some nice saves to build some confidence.
And taking the draw with Evan Hesse is Jake Ellingson. And the Auggies win the draw, hold the zone. O'Connor from the point near side. O'Connor goes rink wide for Critch. Jason with a shot. Midsection saved by Nelson. Rebound loose to the line. Critch steps in. He turns and fires. That one is deflected up over the glass. Devani's is more than just pizza and hot hoagies. At Devani's, they have the variety like calzones, salads, garlic cheese bread, breadsticks, boneless chicken wings, penny pasta, lasagna, desserts, plus 100 plus Coca-Cola, freestyle beverage options, and more. Customize your food to make it your very own Devani's favorite. Get your food right across the street from the arena. Get your food. Come on in there at Saugus Head and watch the Augie men and women's hockey teams all this season. I think that's going to be a very good year for both of those clubs. Both made the playoffs last year. Augie women lost a tough one in overtime in the first round. Augies, of course, went on to beat St. Thomas in the championship game.
And you really can just feel excitement around this program. You know, you talk to people around it. There's excitement about a lot of the guys that are back from last season, and then some great additions with some of these transfers and some of these young players that I think are really going to be a nice addition to their run here in this season.
And I think there's a lot of excitement on the Augie campus because both basketball teams are going to be very good. And, of course, the wrestling team is usually ranked 1 or 2 in the country. And so between the Aaron Grease's men's basketball team and Ted Reverso and the women's basketball team and Jimmy's wrestling squad, it's going to be a fun season on campus at Augsburg University.
Good time to be an Augie fan, that's for sure.
Augie women's basketball team, their top 7 scorers are back, and they were all freshmen last year.
Wow.
Shot on goal off the face-off by Mario Bianchi, and a save by Nick Schmidt. Basketball season opens up on the 15th. And the Augie men are in action, and right off the top of my head, I can't remember who we play.
Somebody will be there, I'm
That's
sure.
2.5 weeks away. Talk hockey here for a couple of weeks. As in the Augie zone, there's Bianchi, turns and fires. That one sails up over the net and out of play. And, of course, the fall season, so the football team win yesterday to get the hammer back. The volleyball and the women's soccer teams make the playoffs. Off the face-up, Augie on the breakout, left to right. On the carrier, Jake Larson into the zone. Around the check, but lost the puck. Comes free to line, and is held in by Peterson. And the Cobbers touch the puck. I think we've got a penalty to be handed out. Or did we get a hand pass? Not sure.
I'm not sure exactly what the call was there. A lot of stoppages in play here. There's been really a good flow here in the final 10 minutes of the hockey game.
Clock shows 5:21 to go. Auggies with the puck offensive zone coming in to hold the zone is Nels. There's Rodriguez back behind the points, back behind the net. As A-Rod in possession of the puck. He's checked and goes down from behind. Puck free back behind the Cabernet, trying to clear his aids. He's run around the far side boards and cleared out to center ice on the stick of Deering. Zach into the zone. Back checking. Nice break up there by Jake Larson. Out to center for Chandler Madrid. Madrid back into his zone. His own zone. Peterson ahead of center ice. A little bit too far for Rodriguez. And the puck played up the wall and into the zone. Cobbers turn and fire. That one sails way out of the rink. That one was headed for Brooklyn Park, I think.
The ceiling here at the rink been getting banged up a little bit here in this hockey game. We've seen a lot of pucks going just a little bit too high and getting those stoppages of play.
4:41 to go in this one. 4-1 in favor of the Auggies. And off the face-up, there's a shot. Donnelly with a shot. That hits traffic. Swept away by Perham. Max brings it around the far side board looking for Sobering. Paul Sobering, nice drop pass to center ice. Ahead for Gillette. Lucas into the zone down the right wing. Gillette takes a big hit and goes down as the puck is free back behind the Cabernet. And it's played down ice inside the Augie zone. There's Max Perham. Perham. There for Eli May. Ahead from Gillette again. On his off wing. Lucas on his backhand. In on goal to the forehand. Centering pass. Shot on goal. Hits bodies. And the puck back behind the net. And there's Matt Donnelly for the Cobbers. The freshman out of Denver. Puck in the near corner in the CF zone. And it's floated out to center ice. And that will be an icing call. By the way, we are in the Coon Rapids Arena. And on Friday night, we were in the home of the Irondale Knights. And and the Mounsby Mustang girls. Girls high school hockey in the state of Minnesota gets underway tomorrow with practice. And high school hockey on the boys' side gets underway in a week. A week from Monday, the boys' high school hockey season will get underway with practice. I know the girls' high school season will get underway. I believe first games are right around the 14th, 15th, or 16th of November. And, of course, it concludes with the highlight of the entire social calendar, the state high school hockey tournament coming up in March. Actually, the girls, I think, play the last weekend of February. The boys played 2 weeks later. Timeout called. The Cobbers using their 1-minute timeout.
Yeah, I think Chris Howe going to talk to his guys here. Obviously knows that the score a little bit out of reach here at the moment, down 4-1. But I think wants to probably set the tone perhaps here in the final 4 minutes of this contest. Don't want to have anything get out of hand. They still want to be productive here in these final few minutes because this tournament, really a big part of it is just trying to get some reps for guys, try to get that chemistry going as they launch out of this tournament into the rest of the season. And I think he'd like to see his guys play smart and hard, give at least something to build on here throughout the final 4 minutes.
Face off inside the Concordia zone to the left of Nelson. And each in on the draw. Luke Deitch has stood up. Loose puck as Seamers is back behind his zonette. Kyle Seamers will play it up the near side boards and out to neutralize. Poke free by Luke Deitch into the Augie zone. Offside called against Concordia-Moorhead. Clock shows 3:41 to go in this one. Auggies with 4 unanswered goals to lead by 3. Gillette, Deitch, Nels, and Merrick Brink, their 4 goals. Deering with a lone goal for the Cobbers. Auggies with a puck on the face-off. Off the stick of Nate Flynn, back into the offensive zone. Kyle Seamers, first man to the puck. Drew Anderson into the forecheck. There's Nate Flynn. Comes to the side of the goal, frame that far face-off circle. And now we have a whistle as Luke Deitch got checked into the net along with Sam Nelson. They're trying to untangle each other. And up and no hard feelings.
Yeah, it's going to be, looks like Dalton Mills, I believe, going to the penalty box here for Concordia. I think that's who they're putting in the box as an interference call there. Yeah, Deitch certainly went flying into the goaltender there.
Now Dalton Mills, 2-minute minor.
Number 17, Dalton Mills. 2 minutes for interference.
Interference the call against Mills. And again, players will sit down. We have way too many whistles in this third period.
A lot of whistles, aren't there?
Can we play running time?
Implement that rule now.
All right, the Auggies snake bit in just one department. They played very well the 2 games, but no power play goals so far. As we have an 0 for going today and didn't score on 5 opportunities on Friday. Into the zone is Eric Brink. Brink into the slot. Nate Flynn is checked from behind, goes down. And the puck is picked up into the slot. Perm with a shot. Glove save by Nelson again. As he shows that leather once again. He flashes that big mitt and snaps it out of there. I don't know if the shot was on goal, but it was close.
Yeah, nice glove save there again, and they really have been challenging that glove, and he's been up to the task here so far. But I think you're right. I think just confidence-wise, this would be a big deal for their power play unit to try to get a goal, come out of the tournament at least with 1 goal with the man advantage.
And Madry to take the draw again. Jake Ellingson, and now Chandler's tossing the face-off circle. Jake Larson takes the draw, comes to Madry to the point for O'Connor. Again, the Auggies 5-on-4. There's Peterson. Will's got a pair of points. In the slot is O'Connor. High slot on the wing for Madry. Chandler at the half wall, far side. Madry plays down low in the corner for Rodriguez. Back to Madry. Chandler crisscrosses with Rodriguez. Tries to come out front. Holds out of the puck. Gives it for A-Rod. Rodriguez out of the far corner. Off the wall. Into the slot. O'Connor. OC fires. Pad save Nelson. Rebound is Madry once again. Chandler at the half wall. Madry fires, and that one is wide. And off the back wall and all the way back out to center ice. Under a minute to go on the Augie power play. O'Connor for Madry. Errant pass. Picked up and cleared all the way back down the ice by the Cobbers. Set down by Quinn Fuchs. Puck inside the Augie zone. Picked up by Jake Larson. Larson to center ice. And he has it poke checked away, but carried on by O'Connor into the zone. O'Connor then overskates, and that is deflected up over the boards into the Cobber bench and out of play with under 2 minutes to go. And what does that say? 34 seconds to go in the Auggie power play.
So Augsburg going to head on the road. Friday they head to University of Wisconsin Superior for a game, and then Saturday at University of Wisconsin River Falls, and then their first game at home is going to be Saturday, November 11th when they take on Bethel.
Yeah, we'll play home and home, and in fact, we'll have both of the Bethel games. We'll be up here at the Super Rink for the second game of that series. We'll have doubleheader men's and women's hockey. Both the men and women's hockey games with Bethel will have all 4 games for you here in Auggie Game Central. Josh Powers will have to call them 2 of those. Auggies with the puck in the near corner, offensive zone. 5 seconds to go on the power play. There's Brink. One-timer Anderson, saved by Nelson. Rebound loose and cleared to the near side boards and picked up and cleared by the Cobbers all the way down the ice. And icing is called. Yep, the time had expired on the Auggie power play, so we're back to 5-on-5. The reason for the whistle and the icing call against Concordia-Moorhead.
And look at these shots. You know, they were pretty even throughout a lot of the contest. Now 44-24 in favor of Augsburg. They have really taken over in that category.
And off the draw, offensive zone, near side boards, and played up the wall by Sutcliffe and out to center ice. And at the Auggie blue line is backhanded into the offensive zone by Lambrecht. Zach Lambrecht. Puck in the far corner. Taking to the play is Matt Donnelly. Augie's on the breakout, trying to create an odd man rush into the zone. Gillette down the right wing. Gillette centering pass, tipped on goal by Gunnar Goodmanson, and Gunnar just missed his first collegiate goal for the Auggies. Beautiful centering pass, redirect by Gunnar. And there was Sam Nelson to cover up with the stick and holds on with under a minute to go in this hockey game. Cobbers on the road next weekend at UW Stout on Friday night. I think they've got Saturday off. And off the face-off, controlled by the Cobbers. And out of the near corner, back they come. Here is Berg. Blake Berg gets it out to center ice. Bergmeyer into the zone, fires way wide. Off the back wall and out to center ice. For the point, the Cobbers hold it in. And it's rung around the near side boards. And at the half wall near side, Augie's zone. Half a minute to go. Played away to center ice. Sobry, Paul Sobry on the wing for Will Peterson. Peterson pokes it down the wall, intercepted, and 9-ironed out to center ice. Nels at his own blue line. Matt Nels, not Nelson, it's N-E-H-L-S. And the puck out and neutralized. Peterson again. Former Eagan Wildcat for Nels. Auggie just playing tape to tape. Skated out 4 seconds, and that'll do it. The MIAC Hockey Showcase comes to close for the Auggies, and they go 2-0 with 2 very good performances.
Really good performances, and a really nice performance here in the second period today. And I think great sign with this crew to come out of here with 2 wins. The fun win on Friday in overtime. That was an exciting one, and a great job all weekend long by the Auggies of overcoming some adversity. They went down, and then that's an opportunity or a time when some teams can really struggle and have a hard time kind of getting things back on track. But they responded nicely. The offense really came alive here today, and they're setting up for an exciting season as we move ahead.
All right, the goal scorers for the Auggies. Again, Lucas Gillette is first of the year, and Luke Deitch is first of the year, and Matt Nails is first as an Auggie. And Eric Brink got goal number 4. Zach Deering getting the lone goal for the Cobbers as they go 1-1 here in the MIAC Showcase. As mentioned, up next for the Auggie men at Superior on Friday and at River Falls on Saturday. Our next broadcast here on Auggie Game Central, volleyball from St. Peter on a Tuesday night, 6:50 your broadcast time, the Auggies and the Gusties. And hopefully we'll have volleyball for you on Thursday, too, up in St. Joe. Next Saturday, Charlie and Josh will have the call of the game, the Bethel Royals and the Augsburg Auggies from Royal Stadium. 12:40 will be the broadcast time. And with that, it's time to run the credits. First of all, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors. They include Twin City Orthopedics, Wells Fargo, Devani's Pizza, Wow Incorporated, The Corner Bar, Courtyard Marriott, Jimmy John's, Memory Lanes, Minnesota Coaches Incorporated, and Thrivent Financial for Luther's. Final comments, Mr. Brian Pyatt.
Well, hey, what an honor to be with you this weekend. Thanks for having me alongside you. I think there's a lot to be excited about and a lot of things to look forward to around this Auggie hockey program. You know, we've been saying all weekend long that these are not conference games, so they don't matter in that way, but these games matter this weekend. And to come out of this with 2 wins for Augsburg, it's a big deal. I thought they continued to gel as the weekend went along, and I can't wait to see what they do here as they move forward.
And so from the Super Rink up here in Blaine, again, 4-1 the final in favor of the Auggies. And for Brian, I'm Tom Merchant. Thanks to Tom Ritchie on camera and Andy on technical support as well. As again, we remind you, we'll have volleyball for you on Tuesday night. Again, good night, everybody. We'll talk again.